Okay guys, one more thing I want us to think about today. If we've been talking about, you've been working examples where you have the equation, right, of a quadratic. You have a quadratic equation, and you're taking that equation and using it to identify the axis of symmetry and the vertex, and then you're graphing it, figuring out the domain and range, right? Well, what if we have the graph? Right here we have a graph, right? How would we take that and figure out, could we identify the equation from the graph? So let's think about what can we identify right now from this equation. We can identify the axis of symmetry, right? Because it goes through the vertex. So if we just, I know this is a really bad line, but right, that's our axis of symmetry. So what is that? Axis of symmetry is x equals 4. So we know that, our axis of symmetry. And then what else can we identify from this equation? We can identify, look, the vertex. And it's even got it labeled for us here. So our vertex is 4, comma, negative 4. What else do we know about this equation just given this graph? We know that the x squared value is going to be positive, right? Because it opens up. So therefore the x squared value is going to be positive. So if we were given an equation in this, could we identify and say, yes, this is the equation that matches this? Well, what if we were given this equation? Well, I shifted everything. We'll just go for it. But if we were given that equation, could we say that, is this actually our equation, okay? And so how would we figure that out? Okay, well, we know the vertex. I guess we could just check and see if this is actually the vertex, or see if this is the axis of symmetry, right? And then check and see if it has the right vertex. So what's our axis of symmetry given this equation? What's our axis of symmetry? It would be x equals negative b, so that turns into positive 8 over 2 times 1. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So that actually, indeed, that's our axis of symmetry, right? Then let's plug that axis of symmetry back into the equation and figure out what our vertex would be. Y equals 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 12, right? Now, this is really bad, but 4 squared is 16, right? Minus, what's 8 times 4? 24 plus 12. Okay, so 16 minus 24 plus 12. You guys can use your calculators on that. 16, I'm struggling to do it in my head, but I actually happen to know that the answer is minus 4. So then that would mean our vertex is 4, negative 4. Awesome. So our vertex is the same, line of symmetry is the same, and then it also opens up, and in this one, our x squared value is positive. So we could confidently say that, yes, this equation does represent this graph based on the axis of symmetry and the vertex. And so the next sheet you're going to be working on is just, you got 2 graphs, and you're going to be identifying the equations based on the graph, okay? So I just wanted to go over that before you try to do it on your own.